And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie. As we're so close to February, it's January the 22nd. I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but man, we're close, Odie.
It's coming. Here we are. This isn't a leap year, is it?
I don't know.
Let's see, what's the
4,
5, 6, 7, 8? Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Let me look at that calendar.
Just flip one page there, and you'll be able to see.
And February 29.
Well,
you know how this is how I remember. If you count all the numbers up and they're divisible by 4, it's leap year. So you got 2024, so you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 4, it's even numbers. So yes, it's a leap year.
I didn't even know that. But that is something to remember.
Yeah, it's kind of like January, February, March, April. Do you know how to do that with your days?
They didn't teach that Northeast.
If it's on top of your knuckle,
yeah,
it's 31 days. If it's in the knuckle, it's 30 days. And you go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 31's on top, 30's in between.
See, y'all didn't learn more than you did in your entire grade school right here so far. I did not. I didn't know that one either.
Yeah.
What do you do with your toes? Anything special we got down there?
You don't even have to count them.
Okay. But that is neat. Divide it out. That's two things to write down and remember, as we often call them Odieisms.
You never know what you're going to find out.
It will help you later in life. That is a good little thing to remember there.
Yeah, just little things like that.
I don't know about y'all, but I was completely miserable yesterday. I tried not to. Every time I went out, I was
the wind.
It was rough.
It was something. But I've got to push this out. A special thank you to John and Allison with Metro Ambulance. Oh my gosh. And the entire emergency room staff at Ochsner's Rush emergency room. My mama took a fail yesterday and hit the old Canoggin.
Yeah.
And had to take her to the hospital. And she's still down there, but she's doing good. She kept me on my toes all day long, but Mama's gonna be good. And got some good people. And we're lucky between Ochsner's Rush and Baptist Anderson, I think.
Have to remember the new name.
Yeah, I have to do that. Right here in Lauderdale County in Meridian, Mississippi, we've got two. We are blessed to have hospitals right here. Extremely blessed. But Mama is being took good care of, and so we're going to see if we can't get her fixed up and get her back going.
If you're not affected by this, and since you're on this will at some point affect you. That old saying of one day you have to take care of your parents, you will. I do this every day. My day starts with doing something for my mother, and it ends with putting her to bed. She would not even eat if I didn't put it in her hands. It has reached that point to where, and I'm trying to keep her at home as long as I can. But you can tell her, I've got you some food on the table, and she would never go get it. If you don't place it in her hand, she would not know that it's even in the room. She had a stroke, and she just some days doesn't know who she is or where she's going. You have to take them to the restroom. You have to change them. And I do all of that mixed in with what I do every day here, and a little help here and there, and y'all just don't know what's involved when you get older.
Yeah.
If you're watching and you're elderly and can still, you are so blessed. Not everybody is that way. Strokes come out of nowhere. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Mama just kind of went down all of a sudden. She's doing better, but you know, I've seen you in action, dealing with your mom while we were down here working on the float, and you having to go in to take care of her, and it's a big handful, and it does take a lot of your time, and it's not the easiest thing in the world.
And she knows anything that happened 50 years ago, but nothing that happened 5 minutes ago. Did you eat?
Yeah.
I don't think so. And she just finished eating, and she wouldn't even know. Mm-hmm. It's things like that. And I'm telling you, you're fortunate, and at some point, it'll be that next step that has to be done, and you try to put it off as long as you can.
You know, Daddy died 30 years ago.
How old was your dad when he passed away?
Daddy was 60.
Young man.
I've lived longer without him than I have lived with him. And it still doesn't get easy, but, you know, Mama's been without him for, you know,
quite some time.
30 years. I mean, I know that's my daddy, and I have that relationship. That's my father. But to Mama, that was her husband. You know, and it affects completely different what it does for a son, father, daughter, father, than it does man and wife. And she's done good.
That's a good saying there. Donna said, my mom once said, once a man, twice a child, and I didn't understand it back then. Unfortunately, I do now. And this is going to happen to anyone.
It really will. And the hardest thing is the pampered butt syndrome. You heard of that?
Tell me about it, Odie.
The powdered butt syndrome. Because they powdered our butt growing up, it's hard to take advice from us because we're still their little child.
Yeah.
And when you try and tell them what's good for them, that's a whole nother deal that you have to deal with. And that was a fight that me and Charlene, you know, we talking, and I think now she understands, okay, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going, it makes her think.
See, my mother seems to think at this point there's a shortage of paper towels. Like, I give her a paper towel, you know, to eat with, and she will not part with it. And then that little buggy that you push around on becomes overflowing with those, and you try to throw one of them away and see what happens. Oh, have mercy.
Yeah, well, it's going back to the day and time where you didn't use paper towels for everything. You used napkins.
Yeah.
And a paper towel, nowadays,
it's in her head that it's the most expensive item in the world, and she will not part with it. I'm like, I got a whole case of them. I ain't scared to use them.
Me neither.
Squirt, squirt.
I have a bad habit. I use paper towel for everything. You know, me and paper towels, we'll have a good relationship. You be there, I'll use you. And Sam's Club's got a huge pack. You can
just grab it and run with it.
You dang right. We got some of them, but Mama won't let go of it.
But for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about here, this will affect you. And there's folks that will help you out, lean on it. And it takes family to pull this through. So hang in there.
Yeah.
And at one time in my life, and I've just seen, and I'm sure a lot of you have, of people who get sick and the agony that they go through before they pass away. It is truly a blessing. If you remember Kenny Rogers in The Gambler, best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. That is a blessing. That is a gift. I don't know if y'all know that or not. You will one day. Yeah. If you've ever watched someone suffer in those final days, and sometimes it's 2, 3, 4 years of suffering before they go.
That was what made it easier for Daddy, because I watched him suffer for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I miss him, but
you know that it's
wow, what he went through. You know, it's tough.
Not
I even had some people that's talked about my hairdo today.
Get out of here.
You see that? Where I sent a picture to Amy, and she said, "Thank God."
Odie's getting all groomed up and everything. It is Monday morning. We got as we were getting ready to go live, we were speaking with the sheriff of Clark County, Anthony Chancellor. We'll tell you what he said in just a moment. Yep. Y'all don't rush off. He'll We'll tell you that next as we get this day underway. Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. And welcome back. Bob told us we need to brighten things up a little bit.
So, hey,
what?
How about we do that?
All right, let's talk about Clark County. There was a hit and run. And, well, what you don't do in Clark County is hit something and run from it. Ooh. It happened, and the car would be found in Lauderdale County. Anthony spared no expense of getting a wrecker. I think he said he'd pay the bill if he had to.
I want the car, and I want it back up here. And the community, getting with the CI Division of Clark County Sheriff's Department, was able to find this car and get the car, I guess you could say, back home. They know who the driver is. They hadn't released that name yet. They know who all is involved. That's coming, but
if you have a fender bender wreck, stop. It ain't gonna get better for you if you run off. It just doesn't work that way.
It's just gonna stack up.
Yeah. So we had that happen in Clark County over the weekend. We're glad that the mystery has been solved into that case.
I heard they were starting to saddle up Harold just to make sure, because they was fixing to send him out on the trail.
I could see Harold out there. The big news over the weekend, Ron DeSantis, or DeSantis, how you ever want to pronounce that, has folded his hand, and he has endorsed Donald Trump. And there's so many headlines that go, how did he know? Well, he was losing like we said from the beginning. So is Haley. They saw the numbers in the end for South Carolina, and he wasn't going to win. Haley's not going to win in those numbers. It's going to be Big Don that takes the nomination.
I don't care. Me and the preacher was talking yesterday, and he told me, he says, people say, well, he's not the most gracious person in the world. He's kind of rough. And the preacher says, I'm not looking for a Sunday school teacher. I'm looking for somebody to run the country.
Yes, sir.
And that's who he is. So what if he gets on Twitter and babs off? You know where he stands.
Yes, you do.
He tells you honestly where he's at, what he stands on, and he stands on the principle of making each and every one of us better. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Wigwam, whatever, any other group out there that you want to associate with. Look in the mirror and ask you this. Was your paycheck bigger, and did more money stay in your account at the end of the month under what we've got now or what we had under Donald Trump? Politics aside, what was what? Because I know you don't have the same amount of money left over at the end of every month now that you
I'm going to gamble to say that $1.69 gas is cheaper than, what is it now, $2.49, $2.39?
To $3?
Yeah, I think that was cheaper.
Eggs, sky high. Bread, sky high. Shelves at the grocery stores, there's not a lot of stuff on there.
Nikki is celebrating, thinking that this is some type of big deal for her. It's nothing to celebrate.
Well, she got 2 votes.
Does she not realize that's more support? And Don said, "Hey, I'm retiring your name that I've been calling you that bad name." There he goes. I'm gonna retire that. I won't do that anymore. I welcome you back into the family. And that's the way it should be.
Well, yeah.
Whoever wins, you have to endorse the other one and go on. They should learn. A Democratic Party is great at that. They may fight amongst themselves, but when they go to the polls or support, they put it behind the candidate that gets the vote. And
you got to support that group.
Republicans have really lacked that, especially in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in Washington as that news came out. We see that the headlines this morning tells us that the House January 6th committee has deleted more than 100 encrypted files the day before the GOP took majority. That would be, isn't that getting rid of evidence?
That's what it sounds like to me.
We can't prove it, but it sure sounds like it.
Yeah. Oops, maybe that was something that was going to end up getting a lot of people in trouble, and Trump
It had to
was
go.
going to be somebody who did do that. Yeah.
Got to get rid of that evidence.
Ooh.
Why and how our country's come to this? It used to be whoever was elected, or at least we thought it was. Let me word it that way. Whichever party took place had the betterment of the country in mind. It hasn't seemed that in quite some time. It's this side, it's that side. We need to unite in some type, shape, form, or fashion. We don't have the answers, but boy, that sure needs to happen, doesn't it?
It really does. We've got to figure out a way. It comes down to we've allowed the government to take care of us, and nobody knows what it means to take care of yourself. Your mama and daddy brought you here. My mama and daddy brought me here. The government didn't have nothing to do with it.
That's true.
Why is the government raising me? But so many people go, ooh, the government's going to take care of me. The government's going to send me a check. The government's going to do this. The government's going to provide. The government is not
As
here
you say
to
that,
provide.
let me remind you of this. If the government was going to do something for you, remember Donald Trump was a president, and they went after Donald Trump like there was no tomorrow. Think of yourself. They could come after you in a heartbeat.
Didn't he take $1 a year?
That's what I heard.
Hello?
But seriously, you think about that, of all of the things that have gone on over the last year to where targets, the general public doesn't have a chance if the president has gone after. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Just something
You're
on that.
exactly right.
He even said that DeSantis is a terrific person there in his latest speech.
He divided this country when he was in office. No, he did not. Well, I guess in a way you did. You either work or you don't work.
But it was, I think a lot of that was caused from the media. The division was caused from media.
100%.
And Carl, I just disagree with that. But you're right as an American to think that. That's okay. We don't get mad or yell at you for thinking different than us. That's
the
okay.
government gave me a job. You are right. I do work for the government. It is
But you work.
A job. I work. I do a service. I have a taxpayer funded job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not receiving a check without any service.
And that's what you were referring to a while ago.
Social Security. He said something about there's no more money in Social Security. The reason there's no more money in Social Security because Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all of them had allowed us to borrow money out of that pile and not pay it back. It is a government.
It's just like in Mississippi when we got all of that tobacco money. It would have set up and taken care of the state forever. You know how much is left? None. They just kept getting and getting.
Zero.
You have to make it to where people can't truthfully touch things. Lawmakers do for the moment instead of what's good for your future so many times.
Yep.
And the only way to fix this, Odie, is your vote. At the end of if you don't like something, y'all remember that. Vote.
Social Security is not a government handout. Each and every one of us has paid into Social Security for it to be there, but it is not going to be there because we continue to dip into that fund. I'd probably may not see it. I've got another 10 years before I can received my first. Golly, why did I have to bring that up?
Oh, Odie's getting old, y'all.
Yeah. So I don't know if it'll be there, but if we put money back and take care of ourselves, we won't have to rely on that. And that's something that we all need to do. From the age of 6, 7 years old, when you know what a coin is, teach your kids how to spend, how to save, and how to tithe.
The tithing is important too. Don't forget that. Valerie Bertinelli, do y'all remember her from One Day at a Time? She was married to Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
You know that? Ooh, she's been cut loose because of cutbacks from the Food Network. You know, she had that baking show that was on there.
But
Kids.
that I didn't know.
She had a kids baking show. It was popular. She's been doing it for 9 years now. She's been cut because of cutbacks. Has it gotten so bad that they're not watching that now? I don't know, but I thought you might want to know that. I don't know who Ellie King is. Apparently, she's some form of new country artist that's out there, and they put the headline is that maybe she is a star. I'm not sure. I've never heard of her, but they had this is just awful. Now, have people said an ugly word within the Ryman Auditorium probably before? Yes, but it is considered the mother church. You don't say ugly things. She got more or less blasted and said the ultimate dirty word more than once and couldn't sing on stage during a Dolly Parton celebration.
Oh.
Nowadays, that's okay. Well, that's not okay with us. We just thought we would tell you what she done there. Elle King, E-L-L-E. You pronounce that L?
Ellie.
Ellie King.
There could be L.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she pronounces her name because I've never heard of her, but that's who she is. Happened.
Is she a country singer?
They say she is, and my odds are that it's not really country, but I haven't heard her. I don't know, but it happened at the Grand Ole Opry, and again, the ultimate cuss word, over and over and over during a drunken attempt to sing.
The bomb.
Yes, sir. That way to put it there. I thought y'all might want to know that happened there. What
L,
else?
We're getting told.
L.
Just plain L.
So Sandy knows her. I didn't know that. Is she any? Let me ask this: is she any good? If anybody knows, is it country or is it something else? We'll find out here in just a moment.
She is big buddies with Miranda Lambert.
I like Miranda.
I do too.
She just likes, well,
everybody.
Yeah. What happened is you were sleeping last night. There's a light pole. Now, to be fair, we don't know how the light pole jumped out in front of the car. But we do know, and we do see that there's a light pole on an MPD car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's truthfully. Honestly, we don't know what happened. Was it a deer, a Dodge? We don't know.
There's a lot of deer in that little area.
Yeah, that could have happened. But at the end of the day, Mississippi Power showed up along with a wrecker, and they towed the car away. And no one was hurt. We do know that, thankfully. But again,
Could be numerous things that caused it.
Yeah, I did not get the report, and I doubt that I'll be told how that actually went down. So, but we thought we'd report it just the same. We also had another little incident with a MPD car over the weekend. As we go here, this would happen on the 20th. MPD was involved in an accident on 40th Street and 29th Avenue. Someone possibly, you know how accidents happen. They're still investigating that, but MPD cruiser was bumped.
Ooh.
So no one was hurt in this either. So that is what is good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Glad no one was hurt in either one of those cases there. Boy, I tell you, the police have been working hard. We're going to tell you about a drug bust that happened. You saw it. We posted it, but we're going to show you the pictures where you can really see what went on. We'll be right back.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Ooh, we're back. Boy, that went quick there. I wasn't paying attention there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. And Odie is my expert when it comes to identifying drugs that look like Lucky Charms. And so I'm going to bring in Odie, my expert witness on this, as we bring up the pictures of this drug bust that took place. Let's zoom in a little bit closer now. What is this machine, number one?
So that, I believe, is going to be a peel machine. Looks like you fill it up with a powder, a peel press, and then it presses the peels into the peel form.
Oh, okay.
I think
that's pretty
what
sophisticated to have that, isn't it?
Yeah, and highly illegal to have that.
Wow. Now, these look like from here what was put on the bottom of Ricky Bobby's car, and he said the law is coming.
That's right.
What is that? Do you know?
Not right off. I would say, well, it's really hard to say. So much has changed since my high school days, I guess.
Of what you've seen?
College days, from where I've seen some of this stuff at.
We need to have us a law enforcement guy in here that identifies some of this stuff.
I know they were talking about a lot of this stuff is what's the new fandangle?
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
And that may be some form of that.
Yeah, and that they make into candy and they make it look like vitamins for young kids.
And I assume this liquid is used to make some form?
Well, now, yeah, that would be something. You'd have to have a pure powder. I don't know if you'd have to have it mixed with a binder. Well, I know you've got to have a binder, but I don't know if that binder is a liquid.
This looks
exactly what that is.
Like what I used to see on Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so that'd have to be some kind of crystal or ice.
Yeah. And this is just tons of stuff, including cash. Look at this. This is
a heck of a lab.
This is big, but I promise you, there's bigger here.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot bigger here in our town.
This was coke, ecstasy. Now that's probably what that's going to be up there at the top. All those different colors. That's probably going to be ecstasy.
Let's see.
Pills.
Meth, crack, Xanax, the list goes on and on here. And some of the people that were arrested wasn't supposed to have a firearm, Odie. Can you believe
There's a law that says that.
That's right.
So they were felons?
That's right.
I don't believe they had a firearm because there's a law that says felons can't have one.
And they know that they can't have it, so they didn't do it.
There's a law that says you can't have a peel press.
It is. They still did it.
There's a law that says you can't manufacture methamphetamines and crack and crystal. You can't have that. I mean, so how did they get on?
I don't know. It sounded like something illegal went on.
So that law doesn't mean that somebody that doesn't need a gun is going to not have a gun.
That's true.
Oh, it's just the law-abiding citizens that are going to follow that.
That's correct.
I got you.
Saturday morning, I got up and I couldn't help but notice the big water leak with water coming out of the road. And the guy in the yellow suit there going, I got to fix this. This would be over at State Boulevard Extension and Highland Park Drive. Look at that. Boy, it was bubbling up some kind of ferocious there.
Ooh, be careful because right there in that area, I believe, is a gas line, too.
Yeah, and right over here is the East Mississippi State Hospital. Now, of course, we're at 34 now. There's a chance there could still be something there. Y'all be careful.
Yeah, just be safe.
Yeah, to be on the safe side, always gamble that it's worse than it is when you enter an intersection like that. One thing that happened on Friday night, going up the hill to the Evangel Temple, I've used the word Evangel Temple so many times in the last few weeks, but as we look at this, y'all, am I at the right place?
Nope, that's Pine Springs Road.
All right, let me go over here. There we go. This is the scene going up the hill. A truck pulling a trailer caught on fire. This was a Dodge Ram, if I am not mistaken, that caught on fire. I believe this to be scrap stuff that was going to be taken to a scrap yard. From the best I understand, and as we see here, look at that fire.
I mean, that's the whole truck there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, in one of those places where it's uphill, you can't get around, and it causes a little bit of a traffic jam. And at one point, from the Evangel Temple all the way into downtown Meridian, traffic was held up and blocked until all this got cleared up. So what a mess that turned out to be. We had a weekend full of fire, and more fire. Now, don't get me wrong, there could be some crimes that we don't know about yet. But for the most part, it was so cold, criminals stayed inside for the most part.
Well, it was cold.
Kept me inside going, turn the heater up a little bit more.
You're going to have to let me know, baby duck. Baby duck helped take care of my mama. Her mama.
That is sweet.
She had to go check on mama.
All right. If you haven't gotten your birthday to us yet, get it to us. We're going to check those next. So get those in, and we'll be right back coming up with Scotty Ray Odie.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally Collinsville Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. A couple of birthdays, don't we have?
We've got one birthday. Robert Lee's got a birthday going on today. We don't have an H, so we'll say the 29 Club.
Yeah, Vivian called that in to wish her husband a big one there.
Make sure he's got a good day. But we do have this right here. 53 years together, married to each other. Tom and Gail Butler. 53 years.
Woo.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's big.
That is great. I don't know what you get at 53.
Well, you couldn't get much because you
done got it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in 33 and can't get anything that would be a surprise.
You got everything.
That's true. And I'm happy as a lark.
That's right.
All right, let's go down memory lane. Let's go back to 1931. This little boy just happens to be from Mississippi on top of it. You ever notice how the greats kind of came from this state?
We're a great state.
It is.
Man. The father of country music.
Mm-hmm.
The father of rock and roll with Elvis.
The king.
The king of music. The father of blues.
Oh, yeah, BB.
Oh, any music that we listen to in the entire United States today and across the world came from Mississippi. We are the birthplace of America's music, all of it. And that fella could sing it.
Yeah, sleeping under a table in a roadside park. Charlie Pride was from here, but as we bring up this guy, Sam Cooke, born on this date in 1931, and look at some of those songs he'd done. A Change Is Gonna Come. Boy, that was great. Working on the Chain Gang. Gonna have
Everybody
a party.
knows this.
Yeah. It's just one great song after another. He even done it's
Melody.
It's another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. Sam Cooke was a great singer. Didn't he do Cupid also, if I'm not mistaken?
You know, now that you say that, I believe so.
Let Your Hair. I think he did. Good guy there. 1934, we would see this somewhere. I think was it before or the day before or the same night as the Dukes of Hazzard.
It was the same night. It was right after. It came on right after. No, it wasn't. It was like right before. It was before. It was somewhere right there, but I believe it was another Friday night show.
If I remember correctly, it's been a while, but Bill Bixby was born on this date in 1934. He'd be the little bitty fellow there in the science lab coat.
That's right. But, you know, that was more believable then
than
what this new one is now, where he turns into some 18-foot, 9,000-pound.
Yeah. You could almost fall for a chemical went bad and he gets upset and he rips his clothes.
Yeah.
Although it never ripped his pants. You ever notice that? Just
never
the bottom
did.
part.
Never
just that
did.
bottom
just
part.
about everything else stayed the same.
You
like,
take
right.
that shirt. Never see Wonder Woman do that, did you? No.
All she did was spin around.
And she'd go invisible if she needed to in that plane. Anybody remember J.P. Pennington? And you go, well, wait a minute. Y'all remember a song called I Want to Kiss You All Over? to the night close.
Yeah.
Woke Up in Love with You. Another one of those is Exile. J.P. Pennington was the lead singer of that. He was born on this day back in 49. They had a ton of songs that were big. They were rock and roll and made their way over in the 90s, late 80s into the country world. There was a lot of them that done that. All right. What are you grinning about?
Casey said, my husband and I saw Scotty Ray in his mystery machine on North Hill Street Saturday, and a car pulled right out in front of him. We got a good giggle because the news follows him. And I was almost in it.
I remember that you say that now. We had to slam on some brakes. Journey. Anybody remember this group? This song has probably been used in more and more. They were just good. You remember, Oh Sherry?
Yeah, that was a good song.
Steve Perry, the lead singer. What was that? What was that big one that Journey done? It wasn't Open Arms. Just a small town girl living in South Detroit.
Living in a Lonely World.
Yeah.
In South Detroit, that's right.
Called the Midnight Train Going Anywhere. And he's just a something. What's the name of that song?
Yeah.
Don't Stop
Believing. There you go, Sandy.
Sandy White had a cigarette lighter going down the road just like that then.
Yeah.
But that song has just been used over and over, and why I couldn't think of it.
Or is it Faithfully? No, Faithfully is another one that was good. Yeah, Don't Stop Believing. Even Baby Duck.
That was the one where he was on the road all the time, and something about living on the. Yeah, I can't name the words.
Don't stop believing.
That was a good one there.
Yep.
Yeah. 1952, a guy named Teddy Gentry, and it needs one more D in it, and we're going to work on that between now and next year, of the group Alabama was born on this day. Y'all remember him?
Yep.
They all cousins. 1952. As we go back, this would be the last time that Buddy Holly would record anything. As a matter of fact, he was by himself, turned on a tape recorder in his house and recorded 3 or 4 songs. 2 weeks from now, he would pass away in a plane crash. As we remember, Buddy Holly, the last recordings made today, those songs would be taken and used later as they digitalized them and used them later.
Wow. You know, you can imagine just sitting at a house, turn on the tape recorder, and just blare out some songs. I mean, that's just the testament of how music was and what music did to lives back then. A little bit different than what it is now. You don't have all this synthesizing.
Yes, say that word 3 or 4 times, Odie.
That you do now. But true talent's what a lot of those folks had. True talent's to everybody out there singing now. You're not going to hear me sing. I might try and dilly here for a ha-ha, but other than that, no, we ain't singing nothing.
No, I'm not good at it at all.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Yeah, I don't even like singing it myself. It's so horrible.
No, I sing solo. So low can't nobody hear me.
So low I can't. We just got in an accident that has happened on Pine Springs Road. Odie, let's go to that and take a look here what we've got here. This is a 2-car accident. This is going to be at, if I'm not mistaken, that's Pine, what's the name of that subdivision here?
Yeah, I can't, Pine. It's the second subdivision coming.
Right down here is the country
store. Four-way
store.
stop, yeah. So about a mile up. Hopefully no one's injured.
Pretty good lick there between a Toyota and another car there. So use caution. That roadway is going to be blocked as they get this cleaned up, as wreckers come in. And as always with a situation like this, I think ambulances respond to the scene just to be on the safe side in case somebody were to have a cut or a bruise.
Yep.
But keep that in mind. Oh boy, that's a pretty good bang up there.
Yeah, it is.
It is Monday. These things happen. So a little extra caution there. Let's see here. Lyndon B. Johnson. He would have been our 36. 36. Passed away on this date back in 1973. He would be the one who took the oath on the plane, as y'all remember.
Pine Springs Estates.
We couldn't.
We need to give Sandy a gold star. 3 for 3 today.
That girl has taken her vitamins.
Yep, she is smart. We went to school together.
Sweetheart. 1974, it would go into a studio and the opening line would be, "Step right up. Come on in. If you'd like to take the grand tour." George Jones walked in and recorded it today. What a big song it was.
Oh, George.
You know the song?
I know the song.
Aaron Neville would take it to another level and make another number one and attract a whole new audience that had never heard that song before.
Now, I don't remember Aaron Neville's version.
Boy, it was good too. I mean, he hit a home run with that.
I'll have to check that out.
And at first you think she's left him, that she's
Yeah.
just ran off, but that's not what happened. She's passed away, and if you'd like to take the grand tour where he didn't touch anything.
Bob said George said that was his favorite.
He was, that man. That is one of the best there was. One of the most beautiful women that ever graced a microphone in country music, who was a lady. And let me just tell you, I respect her in so many different ways. She was just always presented herself so well.
She did.
Barbara Mandrell released I Don't Want to Be Right If Loving You Is Wrong.
Loving you is wrong.
Of course, you'll remember her from Tonight I Chased the Midnight Oil. But her biggest, by all degree, would be I Was Country When Country Wasn't Cool. And George would come in on that last verse and join her there. But Barbara Mandrell, she meant it when she said, "I'm retiring." You ain't seen hide and hair of her since.
I got me some money, and I'm going to go relax and take it easy.
What was the name of that place she had? Fountainelle? That was the name of her home. It was humongous, that
I'm
cabin.
not real sure.
It was big. It was big. 1982, you would have one side of country music doing this, and it would be a new sound that was coming. They had long hair, and they moved around, and nobody had ever seen that. Then we'd get Eddie Rabbit. Play Me Some Mountain Music was released today. It would be 6 minutes and something, which was not done in country music. If you were a disc jockey, you could run to the restroom, get a cup of coffee, and the song would still be on when you come back.
You could do what you wanted to do.
There you go. 1982, Conway would also release something. Conway was one of those who knew his audience. He studied them beyond and beyond. It's a redneck love-making kind of night there. So y'all remember that from Conway? 1982, he released that. Went number one. It was the hair, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
What did you call those breeches back in those days? Were they slacks? Is that what they call that?
Slacks. Yeah, with creases.
Hello, darling.
He had the song, but he didn't have the hair.
That's true. This next guy would not be a star by any stretch of the imagination today. Oh, now, don't get me wrong. He could sing, and he was really good at it. But nowadays, it seems that you have to have this look, excluding Jelly Roll. You have to be Mr. Purdy to make it.
He broke all the rules.
He did. As we go back for John Connolly, and I'm busted. Do you remember that song?
But like you don't hear anything about John Connolly.
No. And the only thing that was bigger than that would be Rose-Colored Glasses, if y'all remember that song. But Busted was, it was just a national anthem of everybody feeling, well, I'm busted. It's the end of the month. I'm busted.
Oh,
John
everybody.
Connolly. 2002. What happened?
No, Baby Duck. We love some jelly. I just can't get any.
And I was so shocked. He done a concert from prison the other day. And I was not mistaken in going, wow, he identifies with them. I think he's had some issues.
But now he has had some issues, and that's what got him when he.
And it's good that he's using his power to help those.
He's given his. Which way do I need to go?
I think you need to go that way.
Go that way. And he's given his life to the Lord.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's great. But he just.
Jelly Roll.
He's got more tattoos than.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did.
Than TNT Tattoo Shop.
Jelly Roll.
Oh, me.
Oh, have mercy. Let's go back to 2002 to when it beat all the odds of becoming a hit, and in theaters and also on the radio because, well, it was different.
Yeah.
What is that? I am a man.
One of the best movies out there.
Oh, brother, where art thou? My hair!
I need some out there, Dapper Dan.
Oh. 2008, you'll remember this guy. He was in a movie called A Knight's Tale, and then he would also be in this. Passed away from, they're saying, an accidental overdose.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't know. But Heath Ledger passed away on this date back in '08.
The Nice Tale was good. I don't know about this. I know Wind Variable wrote a song that Willie Nelson sang.
Yep, and I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it.
You can look it up if you want to.
Yeah, I like a win, but I ain't touching it.
Yeah. Woof.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
Yeah,
right
what
on.
we got next?
One of the greatest
Yes.
there ever was that picked up a baseball, held it in his hand,
Man.
goes down in history. He would pass away on this date. He would be a part of those Braves, the Atlanta. Hank Aaron
Yeah.
passed away on this day back in '21. And he was truly one of the best there ever was, Odie. Without a doubt. I got this out of line, but if you ever watched Carol Burnett, this became its own TV show from that. And she was so much younger than the part she portrayed. Vicki Lawrence is who
Vicki
I'm talking
Lawrence.
about. Anybody remember Mama's Family? That woman was some kind of skinny.
I don't think she stayed on her
Violet?
cracker.
Was her name Violet? And I don't remember the pre Bundy girl
I
here.
can't neither.
But she would really been a great Peg Bundy.
She would be. She'd be Peg's sister, I reckon. Yeah. And
Bubba.
but poor Bubba.
Yeah, he wasn't real smart.
Yeah.
And then,
I think
of
her
course,
pilot light got blown out.
and there was Ken, who was in Mayberry RFD, which I didn't like that show either. Mayberry RFD, it just seemed it wasn't as good as Andy.
Oh no, you can't. You can't make an offspring of.
But Mama's
Mayberry.
Family, she just kind of told it how it was, and it was funny.
She didn't care.
No, she did not.
Oh, it was something.
More of the way with Scotty Ray Odie as we begin your early Monday.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
My
There we go.
wife just sent me a text message, and I have to give her credit on this. She did. She surprised me with my heater at Christmas. I did not expect a heater.
But what was more fitting? Nothing.
Yeah, because I was. She knows me, and she knows me well now. The wind can blow up, and my teeth start chattering. Let's talk about our friends over. Of course, they're such good folks at Snowden and Company. You'll see this logo around town in front of houses and businesses. They take care of you. What they do. If you've got a home that you're getting ready to buy, maybe you're getting ready to sell one.
Yeah, you don't know where you want to move to. They can find a home wherever it may be. Right here in Lauderdale County, in the city, all the way to Brandon. It doesn't matter. They have a team of folks that's going to help you find the house that you want, whether it be a starter house or a forever home. Snowden and Company can do that.
Maybe you like the breeze coming off the water. Well, they can help you out at Delwood, any place like that. Not built for men like me. That is not the house for me.
Close off that back door in the wintertime.
But a lot of people love the water, and if that's your thing, they can find you a place like Ed's. Just talk to them. They'll tell you more about it around any place it might be. Clark County all the way through here. See them. That's Snowden and Company, 453-3937. Honest folks, they'll be here today, tomorrow, and the next day for you. We had a little
fire truck.
incident. I stopped by and saw Miss Jessica Friday afternoon. We had a little chat there, and we kept looking out the window at the fire trucks and the police. What they doing over there? It was a wreck as we go here. MPD and, of course, Meridian Fire Department on scene. There was a fender bender right here. I believe that's 42nd. There's a truck parked here, and there's a little fender bender amongst all of them. I think it looked bigger than it actually was, Odie.
Well,
those things happen there.
it does, and
Now,
sometimes you need it.
I won't play the video to this because it is extremely loud. But let's pull this up. Let's go over by Waffle House. You and I were over there not long ago on
Yeah,
Roebuck
just
Drive.
the other day.
Right here, if you'll notice, this car in the bushes is up in the pole.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that didn't feel good. Had a little two-car incident there, and a car went into the pole. That's going to also happen. Overnight, there was a call that said, oh, wait a minute, there's TVs on fire on the back of an 18-wheeler.
Ooh, what kind? What kind?
Well, we didn't get to find out. But they did get the fire extinguished there, and the load was saved.
That is good.
It was like Randy Travis screaming, the load's on fire. They put it out, though. Thank goodness there. That could have been bad there. That was saved there. And yesterday, throughout the day and the weekend, really, brush fire after brush fire.
It was, and I know it felt good to have a little fire going, but the wind was just way up there. And we're dry. Believe it or not, we're dry.
That's right. There you go. Clarkdale Volunteer Fire Department had to show up at the 6800 block of All Good Road. We had a little fire that broke out there also. Volunteer fire departments put that out. Here's another one as we go to the 9500 block of Highway 493. Well, you don't have to worry about come springtime burning this one off, do you?
It's going to be a little greener than it was.
Yes, sir. Now, it was only a half an acre. It sounded worse than it was. It originally sounded like there might be 20 acres on fire up there. I was like, whoa, I got to move.
I think look, if y'all don't hurry up and get here, it's going to jump. And if it jumps into these woods, it's going to be tough.
But Volunteer Fire Department was quick to get that out. Thank heavens that didn't go any worse than it was. We had a little fender bender yesterday afternoon by Venus Nail Spa. Somebody said Venus, and I said, say what? It's
Venus
a new business.
Flytrap? Okay, a nail salon.
It is where the car lot used to be so many by the Coca-Cola plant there on the right.
Oh, where they just built that little
next to
shopping center.
Freddy's. Yeah. So
okay.
that's where that is. So if you hear that name, that's what's there. And maybe a few other products in there. I gotta look more when I go by.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, Scotty Ray and Odie, you're a great team. You make our day better. Thank you for all you do.
Well, we appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Miss Linda. We appreciate you and everybody that's commented, and we try to say hey to everybody.
Yes, sirree. Hey, Bill Woods.
Man, thank y'all. Miss Winnie's been with us, and Miss Debbie, she's the first one to notice my hair.
He is so GQ. And we're going to figure out this camera issue, whatever's going on here, that keeps going, whoop, and taking it away. We did get some horses that were on the loose, but within about a half an hour, they were recovered. We had some more horses break loose from Bailey. They were thinking it's cold. We're looking for somewhere warmer is what the whole situation was about.
Well,
they wanted a blanket.
Trying to get in touch with Snowden, said they wanted another house.
Yeah. Give me a new pasture.
Yeah.
That's what it was all about there. Let's see here. Also, we had an accident on I-20, the westbound around 129. We have a lot of little accidents from 129 to 130. That's coming into that split.
It is. And 59 is tough going around that curve. And then 20 is where a lot of that stuff's coming together across that bridge. And I tell you, if you're not paying attention, you all meet together and it'll make for a heck of a day.
How do you know when you need a new car? Well, we've got a picture for you.
When the front end ain't there no more.
Our friends at Clark County Hot Topics passed this to us this morning that there was a wreck there. And if you look at this, Odie, pretty major damage. And what did it hit? Whoops. Right into the side of the Penske rental truck.
It looks like a little bit of that Earl on the ground and some fuel.
Yeah. I just got a text that possible fire near Atlas Roofing people are responding to on Valley Road there. Propane tank possibly on fire or something. We got some folks checking into that. So we'll let you know what becomes of that here in a few moments. But be careful while you're out there, especially in that area. If you see emergency officials headed that direction, slow down and let them get by you so they can get there to assess the situation.
Get that knocked out.
And a lot of times it ends up not being much to it after they get there. So we'll see. We'll be right back with Scotty Ray and Odie. Is it time for a new couch? Visit Southern Accents Boutique in downtown Marion. Maybe it's a couch you're looking for, a couple of chairs, or maybe just a piece of furniture. A large selection of E. Newton has just arrived if you're looking for a bracelet. They come in all shapes and sizes. Or maybe it's just a happy you're looking for, like the Nest candles. A Kendra Scott necklace is on everybody's list this year. And if you need a little help picking out something for Valentine's Day, let the professionals help you at Southern Accents Boutique, downtown Marion on Dale Drive.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International.
And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And Odie, let's cut to a map where everybody can see what we're looking at this morning as we're getting reports that we've got more and more issues going on here at Atlas Roofing.
Yeah.
This would be Valley Road is where this would be, right off of I-20. We're hearing that a possible fuel tank could be on fire.
Could be a fuel tank on the fire. Just got off the phone. I'm going to be heading that way here shortly. But you know the exit there where Pilot is, the Pilot truck stop.
Tommy Webb Drive, Valley Road.
Yep.
This is should be exit 150 is 151 is the
Arundel Road, 11.
To go to the co-op. So it would be your next one there. This is South Frontage Road. Here's Mississippi Music. You go past the John Deere dealership and down here. This is the back way in from Structural Steel. If you were to take that cut through over to the Pilot truck stop, right up in there. So use caution anywhere in that area. And if you see a lot of emergency officials headed the direction, that is what's going on this morning.
Yeah, be careful because all of emergency officials are heading that way. So if you're in that area, just be careful. Don't go sightseeing right now. A safe distance right now, a safe distance is going to be the interstate. Just don't get any closer than that. Just be careful. Make sure you give plenty of room. And right now, until we know exactly what's going on, do not go sightseeing down that way.
Correct. We'll have more updates on that up and coming. But again, breaking news is we have fire there around Atlas Roofing this morning. So use caution. Stay away from the area if at all possible as we begin this. Let's see what else we had going on before we mentioned the wreck that's there on Highway 39. On Pine Springs earlier. And we talked about the hit and run that happened down in Clark County over the weekend. We did have a shed fire that broke loose in Clark County. As we say, it's just been so many Odie fires, one after the other.
It has, and we can't rule that this is a heater or some type of heat that's causing this, but just this time of year, it makes you want to lean towards that. And if you do have, and we know we've all got heat going because it's been cold, just use caution. There is zero wrong with a space heater if used correctly. It's people not using them correctly.
In closing, Mississippi now at 11 deaths due to weather since we began this horrible weather that we've had. Keep those in mind. Odie, I know that you got to go. You got to go handle business. We want to say thank you for each and every one of y'all joining us this morning.
We couldn't do it without you and wouldn't want to do it without you. But one thing I don't want to do without, and that's Lord Jesus Christ in my life throughout my time here on earth. He's made a difference in my life, and he betters me every day, even when I fall short, and he can do the same for you. We love you. We'll see you in 23 hours from now. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day. See you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.